స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయి
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope I'm audible to everyone. All of you, please mute yourself first. All of you, please mute yourself. Don't try to create any type of the disturbance. Srinivas sir. Okay. Let us wait some time, a few minutes to join some other members. At present, only 31. So that's why we try to wait just 2 minutes to join some other members. Thank you. Okay, good morning, everybody. Okay, I hope I'm audible to everyone. Okay, now I try to share my screen. In the last classes, we are discussing up to 3rd unit. We're already completing the 3rd unit also, and I'm giving the assignment also. So before start next unit, I will try to explain the assignment once, assignment procedure. I think all of the members already know about this. So you try to write the assignment on the A4 sheets and you mention your number on both sides of the paper and you please keep with you. So whenever college is opened, then you try to submit the same assignment to me. Okay. So up to meanwhile, you try to take this photos of this assignment and send back to my mail. So I'm already giving my mail also. So that is mganeshbabu84@gmail. Okay. So you please try to send that assignment. So I think I'm giving at the Saturday. So you can try to submit before Monday. Okay, before Monday. So Monday 10 o'clock I will verify how many number of students submitting the assignment, and I will try to assign the assignment. And some of the members having the doubt. So why you are assigned the 30 marks? Actually, so here those marks reduce it to 5 marks. Each question carries 6 marks. So 5, 6, 30. So after then I will reduce it to the 5 marks. Okay, don't worry about that. And another thing is, I'm not giving any new things in the assignment. If you observe here, just I try to share the screen now. Please observe once. Okay. I think I mentioned about each and everything, each and every instruction here. So date is also mentioned, marks also mentioned. Answer all the questions. Each question carries 6 marks. You don't try to copy from others. Please don't try to do this mistake. So better you try to practice in your own way. You can search in Google, or maybe you can search through books, or maybe you can write from our material, no problem. But you try to represent in your own way. Okay, don't try to based upon our friends. So don't try to copy from others. So before submitting this assignment, please read this once. Why? Because if you read this, that will be useful for you in the exam point of view. So that's why this assignment only covers the first of the syllabus. So that means 3 units, completely 3 units covered in this syllabus in the assignment. So if you are observing here, I'm giving the 5 questions. So first 2 questions related to the first unit, second 2 questions related to the second unit, and the last question is related to the third unit. Okay. In the second assignment also, I'm giving in the same manner. Okay. If you observe here, I'm giving the course outcomes also. So we also know about what is a course outcome. So please try to understand this. So the first course outcome is understand the software architecture patterns, structures, and views. So that means we are already completing the first unit. So that's why you are having some idea. So what is a software architecture pattern? So what is a structure? What is a view? What are the types of structures? What are the types of views? Am I right or not? So what is the software architecture pattern? So you are having some idea about the software architecture pattern. So if we are observing the course outcome 2, analyzing the designing of software architecture evaluation. So that means you are having the idea. So how to performing the evaluation on the software architecture and how to design the software architecture. So what is the best way? So which type of issues are considered? Which type of criteria are considered? So what are the best ways? So we are already discussing 2 methods. What are they? Which type of methods there? So 2 methods. So those are CBAM, and another one is the ATAM, architecture trade-off analysis method, cost benefit analysis method. Okay. So if you are observing the course outcome 3, apply the object-oriented concepts on the design pattern. So that means here we try to include the concepts of object-oriented concepts in the software architecture design part. So that means in which type of we are including those concepts. So we're already discussing about the 3 units. So we are cover the 3 course outcomes. And the last course outcomes related how to implement the design patterns can be able to get the solutions for real world software design problems. Okay, so that means after the completion of 4 and 5 years, we are having the idea how to implement the design patterns. Okay, in which type of what is the best way and how it will be solved to solve the problems in the real world. So that's why I'm designing the only four course outcomes here. So if you're observing the question paper, also I'm mentioning about that. If you have the idea about the first question, then you are achieve the course outcome 1. In the same way, second question also. So 3 and 4 related to the course outcome 2, and the fifth question is related to the course outcome 3. I think all of the members maybe not having the doubts now. I think clear. Am I right or not? Okay, before going to the fourth unit, actually I'm conducting a separate test for each and after completion of every unit. So that's why I'm not giving any test now. Just only I'm giving the assignment. So don't try to feel any members. This is one of the major tasks and this is one of the boring. So you don't try to think like that. So if you practice number of times, then this subject will be easy. Of course, this subject is easy, no problem. Okay, I think this subject is already familiar to everyone. Why? Because we are discussing the previous concepts of the subjects, same like software engineering, object-oriented concepts, and maybe database, artificial intelligence. Only those concepts are we are discussing here. So we are not discussing any new things. Just only some of the topics are new, I think. Okay. So the subject is easy. Don't try to assume like that. Just why I'm assigning tasks is if you are familiar with the subject thoroughly, then it will be easier to you. So that's why. Okay. Okay, we are going to the fourth unit. So before going to the fourth unit, so just to try to revise what we discussed up to now. So in the case of unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. So in the discussing the, so if you are observed here, each and every unit having the 2 parts. Okay, so maybe in the exam point of view, they are maybe asking from the A question, maybe asking the part 1, and B question may be asking from the part B. In the same way, unit 2 also, unit 2 also having the 2 parts, part A and part B, and unit 3 is also having the part A and part B. So we are clear, we are easily estimate. So maybe which questions are asking from that unit. Okay, so you try to understand this. And another thing, in the case of unit 1, we are studying about envisioning architecture. So that means what is architecture business cycle, what is software architecture, architectural patterns, reference model, reference architecture, architecture structures and views. So these are related to the envisioning architecture. So I think you are not able to see the syllabus, right? So that's why. Just a minute, wait a minute, please. Okay, I hope all of the members able to see the screen now. Am I right? So this is the actually our syllabus. Up to now, we're discussing the first unit, second unit, third unit. Only these 3 units are considered to the first unit. Okay, in the case of first unit, architecture business cycle. What is architecture business cycle? So here we are consider the 4 topics. So 4 things: stakeholders, architecture, business organization, architects experience, and another one is the what is software architecture. So architectural patterns, reference models, reference architectures, and next architecture structures and views. Here we are discussing the 3 types of architecture structures and 3 types of views also. So in the case of creating an architecture, quality attributes. What is the attribute and what are the types of quality attributes? And here in the case of quality attributes, we are consider mainly 3 attributes. What are the business attributes? And another one is the architectural attributes. and another one is the functional attributes, quality attributes. Okay, system qualities. Okay, next one is the architectural qualities. So which type of qualities are maintained? Achieving qualities, how we are achieving the quality, architectural styles and patterns. Here also we are discussing the three types. So those are centric, layer, and another one is the object-oriented style, and designing the architecture, documenting the architecture, reconstructing the architecture. What is the purpose? What is the need? So why we are reconstructing the architecture, and how to design the software architecture. So all these topics are discussed in the first unit. In the case of second unit, analyzing the architectures. So why we are analyzing the architectures? So those topics we are discussed in the part one of the second unit. So that is architectural evaluation, architecture design decision making, ATAM and CBM. So please remember this, ATAM and CBM are the important questions in the exam point of view. Why? Because that is the part one. So maybe the part A may be related to the part one this. Okay, and part B may be related to the moving from one system to the many. So we are clearly easily estimate which questions are maybe asking from this unit. Okay. Next one is the moving from one system to many software product lines. What is the purpose and how we are increasing the productivity? Building systems from off-the-shelf components, software architecture in the future. So these topics are discussed in the unit 2 and unit 3, patterns and creation of patterns. So I'm previously mentioning in the previous classes. So we are discussing here three types of patterns here. So creational patterns, structural patterns, behavioral patterns. So creational patterns studied in the third unit. So that is the second part of the third unit. First part of the third unit is what is a pattern? So how we are organizing the catalog. So on how the patterns are used to solving the problems, and how we are selecting the best pattern, and how we are using the selected pattern. So these are we are discussed in the last classes. So in the case of creational pattern, mainly consider the five things. So those are the abstract factory, builder, factory method, prototype, and another one is the singleton. So I already discussed in the last classes. Now we are discussing the topics related to the unit 4. Those are adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, FCAD, and another one is the flyweight and proxy. In the starting class, I think I'm explaining so what is the adapter, what is bridge, what is composite, what is decorator. So we are clearly observed in this unit. Okay. I hope all of the members able to see the screen now. So these are the topics. So why I am repeating these things here? I think there is no need to fast the syllabus. Why? Because we are already cover the half of the syllabus. Okay. Just to try to revise what we have discussed up to now. Okay, maybe you are having some idea, and if you're having any type of the doubts, please contact me. Okay, now we are going to the explain about the fourth unit, that is structural patterns. So I'm already mentioning about that which type of patterns are here. We discussed software architecture pattern. So that means what is the pattern means how we are arranging the modules, or maybe how we are designing the architecture, software architecture, which type of modules are considered, what is the best way to representing the architecture. So these type of things are discussed in the pattern. Am I right or not? So here we are to forming the pattern. We are based upon the three things. So those are the creational patterns, structural patterns, behavioral patterns. I think the name is in place for which purpose we are used. So creational patterns are used for creating the objects. Why? Because whenever client is click the some particular module through using interface, then automatically invoking the its relevant object. Okay, so that means that is for that purpose we are based upon the three types of patterns here. So those are the creational patterns, structural patterns, behavioral patterns. The name is in place. Now we are discussing about the structural patterns. Okay, so these are used for to forming the structure. In which type of way we are creating the structure, which type of things are involved, or maybe which type of things are we try to place in the architecture. So those type of design issues are considered into the structural pattern. The name is in place. Okay, here we are using different types of concepts. Those are adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, FCAD, flyweight, proxy. So we are clearly you clearly understand in the exam point of view, maybe these 6 topics, sorry, 7 topics. These from these 7 topics, maybe asking the question from this unit. Definitely asking about either explain about structural patterns or maybe explain about flyweight, proxy, FK, decorator, like this. Okay. So now we try to see clearly. So first of all, structural pattern in software engineering. Okay. Thank you. Structural pattern. In software engineering, structural design patterns are design patterns that is the design by identify a simple way to realize the relationships between entities. So also know about what is an entity. What is an entity? Entity is a thing or object. So in the real world. So we are clearly observe some entity. For example, maybe students is an entity, faculty is an entity, college is an entity. So which type of thing having the different types of attributes. So that will be, we are clearly identified that is an entity. Okay, which is able to describing through some set of attributes that will be identified as an entity. So that means structural patterns are used for to identifying the relationship between the entities. So that means here in this structure we are including so many number of modules. For example, maybe when we are designing some software, then we try to think first of all, so what is our goal? That is the first step. And the second step is the designing. So in the third step, so how we are implementing this. So now in the case of structural pattern, here we are trying to include number of modules. So which number of modules are used, and those type of modules are maybe we divided into the sub modules or not. So these type of issues are considered. So in the case of behavioral patterns, so in the behavioral patterns, we are identifying the functionalities. So that means whether that module is properly functioned or not, or responded or not. So how much of performance is there? So in which type of it will be responded to the in the point of users. Okay, whether it will be performing the computations in the proper way. So whether it will be maintains the operability, okay, interoperability, or maybe the portability, okay, usability, applicability. So in this type of, we are verifying different types of quality attributes in the case of behavioral patterns. So I think the name is implies in which type of a behave. Okay, so now we are just only consider forming the structure. So which type of modules are considered, just only we try to create those type of modules. These modules are enough. So maybe these modules are needed to forming the new software architecture. Okay, thank you. Examples patterns include. So type of things are here we are considered. For example, adapter pattern. So what is the adapter pattern? Adapts one interface for a class into one that clients expect retrofit interface the pattern. Okay, so that means here we are including the adapter pattern. So that means here adapting some interface. Okay, adapting some interface. And another one, an adapter used to as a new interface for multiple classes at the same time. Okay, please wait 1 minute. Please wait 1 minute. Okay, adapter pipeline use multiple adapters for debugging the purpose. So that means here we are including the adapters and another thing, bridges, composite, decorator, FCAD, flyweight, proxy. Okay, so in that one, so first of all, the main purpose of using the adapter is transforming the programming interface into the another. So that means here we are transferring the interface from one class into the another class. So that means here we are designing some other new interfaces to interact with some other interfaces. That is the main purpose of adapter. Okay, and another thing is here adapter usually has new interface for multiple classes at the same time. Okay, so next one is the bridge pattern. Decouple and abstraction from implementation so that two can vary independently. Okay, so that means here the main purpose of bridges are, I think the name is in place. So the name is in place, that is implementing the software. Okay. So that means here decouple an abstraction from its implementation so that the two can vary independently. For example, tombstone, an intermediate lookup object contains the real location of an object. So that means here it will, how it will be implementing the concept. So that means here we are consider the topics adapter, bridge. So in the case of adapter, so that will be used for transforming the interface from one class into the another class. Bridges are used for implementing the software. So that means here we are decouple an abstraction from its implementation so that the two can vary independently. So another one is the composite pattern. The name is implies. So here that will be in the form of composite. So that means maintains the hierarchy, a tree structure of objects where every object has the same interface. So that means more than one objects having the same type of interface. So here maintains the some hierarchy. Next one is the FCAD pattern. Create a simplified interface of an existing interface to ease uses for common tasks. So that means here we are reducing the complexity for providing the some other interfaces. So another one is the flyweight pattern. So that is a high quantity of objects share common properties. Object to save space. So that means here we are giving some support, sharing support. So in the case of proxy pattern, a class function used as interface to another thing. So that means up to now, just only see the overview of the structural pattern. So that means now we are discussing about the 7 topics in the easy point of view. So that is, first of all, adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, FCAD, flyweight, proxy. So the main purpose of using the adapter is transforming the programming interface from one class into the another class. Bridge purpose is implementing the software. Composite is used for nothing but used like as a hierarchy. So that means more than one objects having the same type of interface. And decorator is used for extending the functionality, for providing the interfaces. Okay, or maybe we are giving some other functionalities. Okay, and another one is the FCAD, reducing the complexity. So for to providing the some other interface. Flyweight means giving the support. Okay, sharing the support. And another one is the proxy. So that will be used for to build up the small models. Okay, so that means adapter pattern adapts one interface for a class into one that client's experts. Retrofit interface pattern and adapter used as a new interface for multiple classes at the same time. Adapter pipeline, use multiple adapters for debugging purpose. So that means here we are adapting something. So which things are here we are adapted. So that means nothing but here we are adapting some interface. So what is the need of interface? To provide the easier interaction with the user. So bridges are used for implementing the software. So that means decouple an abstraction from its implementation. So that means here we are not performing nothing but how we are implementing the actual thing. Okay, decouple an abstraction from its implementation so that it can vary independently. So that means here that will be based upon independently. For example, if we are observing the tombstone, so an intermediate lookup object contains the real location of an object. So that means if we are observing the tombstone, so what we are see there, just what is the object, what is the location of the object. Okay, in the case of composite pattern, a tree structure of objects where every object has the same interface. FCAD pattern creates simplified interface of existing interface to ease usage for common tasks. So that means reducing the complexity to providing the some other interface. Flyweight pattern giving the support. High quality of objects share common properties object to save the space. So that means it will be used for reducing the space. Proxy pattern, a class of function user interface to another thing. In computer programming, the adapter pattern, often referred to as the wrapper pattern or simply wrapper, is a design pattern that translates one interface for the class into compatible interface. So that means adapter is used for transforming one interface from one class to the another class. Okay, that is the main purpose of using the adapter pattern. An adapter allows classes to work together that normally couldn't because of incompatible interfaces by providing its interface to clients where using the original interface. So that means the main purpose of using the adapter is adapting the interfaces. to provide the easier interaction. That is the main purpose of adapter patterns. So these are also referred as wrappers. Okay, please remember this. And the adapter translate the calls to interface into calls the original interface, and the amount of code necessary to do this typically small. The adapter is also responsible for transforming the data into appropriate forms. So that means when we are based upon to the adapters, then it will be used for to providing the interface for more than one class. So at this time of situation, if any time of the problems are occurred, those are also recovered through using the adapters. For instance, if multiple Boolean values are stored as single integer, but your client requires true or false, adapter would responsible for extracting the appropriate values from the integer value. So another example for transforming the format, so that is date. So for example, maybe we are giving the date in one format, so that will be converted to the another format. So this type of work is also done by to the adapter. So that means adapters are responsible for receiving the correct value, and maybe it will be converts to the real value. So which type of value is only needed into the software, that in that type of way it will be converted by using the adapter. Okay, so if you are observing in the above example, for example, maybe if you are based upon to the Boolean values, so those are stored as a single integer, but your client requests true or false. So that means in which type of a client is required true or false. So now the adapter will be the responsible for extracting the appropriate values from the integer value. So that means based upon that integer value, it will be converts and it will be shows to the clients in the form of true or false. So that's why so the adapters are used for transforming the programming interface. Okay, if you observe here, the adapter translate the calls to interface into the calls the original interface, and the amount of code necessary to do this typically small. The adapter is also responsible for transforming the data into appropriate forms. So that means in which type of way the data will be needed. So in that way, so it will be converted. Okay. Next one, bridge pattern. So previously I'm mentioning about to this. So that is implementing the software. So the bridge pattern is a design pattern used in software engineering, which is meant to decouple an abstraction from its implementation so that the two can vary independently. So that means here we are performing the decouple. So decouple means nothing but separating from an abstraction. So abstraction means we are here hiding the details. Am I right or not? So that means here we are open the details. So that means we are giving the details. So that means we are reveal the details. Okay. So that means here providing decouple an abstraction from its implementation. So that means here when we are implementing in the actual way, so then there is no chance to hiding anything. So that thing is will be performed by bridge. In other words, bridge will be connecting the two things. Am I right or not? So that means two ends are connected through using the bridge. So that means here two ends means one is the design and another one is the code. So these two are connected through bridges through the implementation. Okay, the bridge uses the encapsulation, aggregation, and can use the inheritance to separate the responsibilities in different classes. So that means bridges are used for performing the encapsulation. So that means more than one thing into forming as a single thing, and aggregation, and another thing is the inheritance. So all these are all these concepts are used into the bridges. When a class varies often, the features of the object-oriented programming become very useful because the changes to program's code can be made easily with the minimal prior knowledge about the program. So that means, so here when we are based upon to the bridges, so here this is also used. We are already discussing about this in the third unit. So how we are including the object-oriented concepts in the design patterns. Okay, so in this topic here we are including the some topics of the some concepts of the object-oriented concepts. So those are so how we are including the inheritance, how we are including the abstraction, how we are including the encapsulation. So like this. So and another thing, when we are based upon the object-oriented programming concepts, then it will be easily performing the changes. Am I right or not? So that means whenever it will be giving the type of the easy, then there is reducing the time to modifying this existing structure. Okay. The class itself can be thought of as the implementation, what the class can do as the abstraction. The bridge pattern can also thought of as 2 layers of abstraction. So another thing is the in software engineering, the composite pattern is a partitioning designing pattern. So up to now, we are discussing about the what is an adapter, what is bridge. What is an adapter? Adapter is used for transforming into the appropriate values and transforming the interface from more than one class into the another class. Okay, another one is the bridge is used for implementing the software or maybe performing the decouple abstraction through its implementation. Okay, another one is the composite pattern. So composite pattern, so the name is implies here, it will be in the form of composite. Why? Because so here we are consider more than one. So that means these are these are viewed like as a hierarchy, like maybe the tree structure. So if we observe here in software engineering, the composite pattern is a partitioning designing pattern. So the composite pattern describes that a group of objects are to be treated in the same way as the single instance of objects. So that means all objects as treated as the only single object because these are grouping objects and these are maintained some hierarchy. For example, maybe if you are referred like as a college, so only that college is participated. So that means what is college? Actually, college is a group of members. Am I right or not? So more number of HODs are there, more number of lecturers are there, but only single principal, single management. Okay, in some type of situations, more than one management. Okay, so that means all these people we can refer like as a only single thing. Here also, in the case of composite pattern, so group of objects can be treated as a single instance of an object. Okay. The intent of a composite to compose objects into tree structures to represent part-whole hierarchies. Implementing the composite pattern lets clients treat individual objects and compositions uniformly. So next one is the FCAD pattern. So FCAD pattern is a software design pattern commonly used with the object-oriented programming. The name is by analogy to an architectural FCAD. So FCAD is an object that provides simplified interface to a larger body of the code such as class library. So that means here we are reducing the complexity to providing the interfaces. So that means here FCAD is an object that provides simplified interface to a larger body of the code such as a class library. So that means here clients easily interacting with the software through providing some interface. So that means here when we are providing those type of interfaces, then users can easily interacting with the developed software. But maybe in the inner side of the software, that is a larger code, but that can be operated by using the some interface. Am I right or not? So that type of the thing will be performed by the FCAD. So FCAD can make a software library easier to use, understand, and test since the FCAD has convenient methods for common tasks. So that means when we are using the FCAD, so it will be make a software library easier to use, understand, and test. And since the FCAD has convenient methods for common tasks. And another thing, make the library more readable for the same reason. Reduce the dependencies of outside of code, the inner workings of a library, since most code uses the FCAD, thus allowing more flexibility in developing the system. So wrap a poorly designed collection of APIs with single well-designed API, application programming interface, as per task needs. So that means here we are providing class libraries, and another one it will be giving the easier use and providing the easier understanding and try to allow the testing that interface, and it will be providing some easier tasks assigned to the easier tasks easily performed by the clients by providing some interface. And another thing here, reducing the dependencies outside of the code, inner workings of the library, since most code uses the FCAD, thus allowing more flexibility. So these are the uses of FCAD. And another one, wrap a poorly designed collection of APIs. So that means here we are using application programming interface. So that means how many number of APIs are needed, those are designed, those are created by using the FCAD. Okay. In computer programming, Flyweight is a software design pattern. So that is the next topic, Flyweight. So Flyweight means the name is implies it will be giving some support, sharing support. So Flyweight is an object that minimizes the memory used by sharing as much data as possible with other similar objects. It is a way to use the objects in large numbers when a simple repeated representation would use an acceptable amount of memory. So that means it will be giving the transfer to storing in the same space. So then it will be reducing the memory occupation. So that is the main use of flyweight. So often some parts of the object state can be shared, and it's common practice to hold them in external data structures and pass them to flyweight objects temporarily when they are used. Okay. And the last one is the proxy pattern. In computer programming, the proxy pattern is the software design pattern. A proxy in its most general form is a class functioning as an interface to something else. A proxy could interface to anything, a network connection, a large object in memory, file, or some other resource expensive or impossible to duplicate. So this is about the proxy. So that means up to now we are discussing about the 7 topics. Just only we are see the overview. So what is an adapter? What is a bridge? What is composite? And another one, what is FCAT? What is flyweight? What is proxy pattern? Okay. So what is the purpose of adapter? So you try to please remember these topics. Why? Because definitely any one of the topic we may be asking in the exam point of view. So please try to remember in the easier keywords. So adapter. So we are adapting something. So which type of things are here? We are adapted. So if you're observing the screen, this is about adapter pattern. So here we are adapting something. So what we are adapting here? So here we are adapting some interfaces. So that means those interfaces are used for to creating the or maybe performing the task according to the user requests. So that's why we try to adapt something. Okay. And another thing is the so if you are observing this in this screen, the adapter pattern referred like as a wrapper and a design pattern that translates one interface for a class into compatible interface. So that means where is the occurring the problem. So in that situation, we are using the adapter to creating the function. So to translating that function according to the user request. We are already seeing the example. For example, maybe if you are giving some date, for example, maybe in some applications, if you are observing here, so you enter the date of birth. So like maybe the date, month, year. So maybe actually the client requires, so what is the exact days or today? For example, maybe if you are observing in some applications, when we are entering some data, then it will be giving the total calculation, maybe 25 years, 6 months, 2 days, like this. So that means actually client needs in that format, not in this format. So that means how it will be converted. So by using the adapters. Okay, so that is the main purpose of adapters. That means the purpose of adapters transforming the programming interface. Okay, you please remember this through using this keyword, transforming the programming interface, or maybe adapting some other interfaces for using one class to the another class. Okay, another one is the bridge pattern. So the purpose of bridge. Okay, so the bridge pattern is a design pattern used in software engineering, which is meant to decouple an abstraction from implementation so that the two can vary independently. So that means here we are implementing the software and we are not maintaining the abstraction here. So that means here we are reveal the everything. So we are not hiding anything. So the bridge uses the encapsulation. So that means here encapsulation means we are wrapping off more number of data into the single data. And another one is the aggregation. So aggregation is also like a aggregation means here we are giving the some clear explanation and can use the inheritance to separate the responsibilities into different classes. So that means here these concepts are used into the bridges. So in other words, so actually the purpose of bridge is to connecting the two ends. Another thing is the composite pattern. So that means here more than one objects can be treated as a single object. So that is composite means here we are consider more number of objects. So the composite pattern describes that a group of objects are to be treated in the same way, single instance of the object. So the intent of a composite is compose the objects into tree structures. Okay, so implementing the composite patterns lets the clients individual objects and compositions uniformly. So that means here more than can access by using the only single object. So that means reducing the space also. Okay, FCAD pattern is a software design pattern. The main purpose of FCAD pattern is reducing the complexity. Okay, so how we are reducing the complexity? FCAD is an object that provides simplified interface to a larger body of the code, such as class library. Okay, FCAD can make software library easier to use, understand, test, and since the FCAD has convenient methods for common tests, make the library more readable and reduce the dependencies, and it will be providing number of APIs. Another lightweight, it will be giving the support. So support is actually sharing support, memory support. If lightweight is an object that minimizes the memory used by sharing as much as data as possible with other similar objects. It's a way to use the objects. In large numbers, when simple repeated representation would use an unacceptable amount of memory. So that means when we are repeating the same thing, then automatically wasting the memory space. That's why we try to avoid those type of situations. Just only we are accepting unique data only. So then it will be reducing the size of the memory, and we are when the size is reduced, then acting is I don't know. We also know about that. Often some parts of the object state can be shared, and it's common practice to hold them external data structures and pass them to flyweight objects temporarily when they are used. Okay, and next one is the proxy. So proxy pattern, a proxy in its most general form is a class functioning as an interface to something else. The proxy could interface to anything, a network connection, a large object in memory, a file, or some other resource that is expensive or impossible to duplicate. So that means actually the main purpose of proxy pattern is used for to build small models. So that means up to now we are discussing about uh, discussing about structural patterns. So what they? Hello, hello. Am I audible to everyone? So now the vector, bridge, composite, and another one is the decorator, FCAD, flyweight, proxy. Actually, we are not discussing the decorator in this class. So try to discuss the remaining topics, that is decorator, in the next class. The purpose of decorator is extending the functionalities of the class to providing some other attributes at the same time to provide some other interfaces also. Okay, so you try to remember all these things. So adapter means adapting the interfaces, bridge means connecting, and another thing, bridge means used for implementing the software. Composite means grouping the more than one object into a single object, and decorator means using the extending the functionalities of the class, and another one is the FCAD, reducing the complexity to providing the easier interfaces, and flyweight will be giving the sharing support, memory support, and proxy patterns are used for to build the small models. Okay, so maybe I think all of the members having the idea. So what is what here, and we try to discuss the same things uh, tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone. So if you're having any type of the doubts, please ask me. If you're having any type of the doubts, if you're having any type of the doubts, please ask me regarding assignment or maybe syllabus. Okay, but in the case of exam point of view, mid exam point of view, just only we are consider the 3 units. In the second mid, we are consider the remaining 3 units. Maybe the mid will be start from 28th of this September. Okay, you try to prepare to attend the mid also. I don't know. Up to now, we are not receiving any other information about the mid. Just we are having information up to now. From the 28th onwards, we are having the mid. We don't know what happened next. Okay, but we don't try to assume any new things. Maybe the chance to attend the exam. Okay, please prepare like that. And if you're having any type of doubts, maybe all of the members having my number. So please contact with me. Okay, and I try to send the important questions from the each and every unit also. So I will try to post the important questions from each and every unit. So you prepare those type of questions. Okay. Okay, we can close the session. So some of the member is asking whether mid is in online or offline. Actually, we are having online mid also and offline mid also. So online mid you try to attempt through online. Offline mid you try to attempt through the offline. So there is no chance to attend the actual mid to attend through offline. Okay. So maybe our call is open in maybe coming days. So I don't know exactly. Up to now, I'm not receiving any official information. So that's why we don't try to assume anything. So just we are having the information about the mid, but we don't know how they are conducting that exam. Okay, na? Thank you, Honor.